Quick video comparison of the Skagen Falster 2 and the Misfit Vapor 2. I chose both of these watches because I think they both look quite nice. I like the round face, I like the leather strap on this one, I like the whole design of this one. I think this one's maybe a faux leather strap, but we'll see. I just want a kind of simple smartwatch, Android Wear, Wear OS. I want it to work, I want good notifications. I want the battery to last all day. I don't mind too much if it's waterproof. I'm not so interested in fitness. Android Pay would be nice on it, or Google Pay. I don't know how useful it'll be. I'll probably always have my phone on me, but I'd like to try it out. First impressions looking at it, I'm surprised how small the face is on the Skagen. This is my old Moto 360 that I loved. I would keep using this watch if I could, but the battery's gone. So yeah, it's a lot smaller than that, which seems interesting. So yeah, we'll see what this one's like when we open it up. Okay, let's have a look inside. Interesting unboxing experience with this, because obviously you can see the whole watch before you do anything, which is a bit weird. You know, usually you take the box off and then find out what's inside. This comes off. USB charging cable. I think it's a proprietary charger. Looks nice. Leather strap looks nice. Looks like it's good quality. It's a nice matte finish on the metal, which I think is quite nice. The buttons were both a bit stiff on the first press, but they feel okay. They feel alright. So yeah, it seems nice. Now let's have a look at the Misfit Vapor. This is a bit more of a traditional unboxing experience in that you're getting the reveal. Not so much. You get a cloth bag. That's interesting. Much bigger face. Much more in line with this. The strap, in my opinion, doesn't look amazing. It's one of these like fake leather kind of plasticky things. This feels like just a little bit strange. Again, nice matte leather case. I went for the black on black. And yeah, super similar. Almost exactly the same size. So in terms of getting a direct replacement for this, this is pretty close. I like the design, I like the lugs. It's nice and clean and simple. Button feels a bit soft and mushy. It's not super clear when you've pressed it. It just kind of goes in, and then there's a little click right at the end. Feels quite nice to turn though. Should also just double check this charger. It's interesting, I said it was a proprietary charger, but I guess they're both made by Fossil, and those chargers to me look identical. Just having a little shot trying these on, and this one's nice. I feel like it sits on my wrist quite well. It's a nice size. I mean, I guess it's just exactly what I'm used to. I read a review that somebody said that you can push this accidentally. I don't think I've managed yet. I think it is going in, but I'm not sure it's actually pushing the button. But I guess time will tell with usage. They both have this little sensor, or this little cover over the heart rate sensor, which is interesting. So I don't know if that will affect charging. I just checked the manual, and I think you have to connect them to the charger before they'll turn on. But this one definitely feels small. I mean, I know it's got a nice kind of design feature about it, but you know, it's okay. I don't hate it, but it's small. Another difference between the two watches is the straps. So obviously this one has a genuine leather strap, and it has these great little pins that you can just pull back and the strap comes right off, which is really handy. I feel like smartwatch makers are just making it so much easier to change straps on a watch. You know, on traditional watches, that was so much harder. The Misfit has something similar, and you do just pull these things back. These are like little buttons almost, so you can take the strap off. This way, the buckle has a quick release, which is interesting, that they didn't use the same method on these things. You know, originally I said I didn't really like this strap, and it's funny, it's kind of growing on me. It's definitely plastic, but it's got this nice texture to it. And you know what? It's black and it just blends in, and it's super flexible. Like, in a way, I kind of like the look of this all black watch. You know, I think in a photo, this is a much nicer designed watch. I think, you know, the colors are good and the layout is good and things like that. But I don't know, in real life, I don't mind the black one at all. I think it's got a nice aesthetic to it. Okay, so the trick is you need to touch them on the charger. You don't need to charge them, you just need to touch them on the charger and then they will switch on. You saw there actually, that was quite a good example of how small the screen is and how big the bezel is within that area. So actually the usable screen there is really small. I don't think this one will turn on anymore, but I don't remember much of a bezel. I feel like the screen went pretty close to the edge, and then obviously it was the flat tire cut off at the bottom. Yeah, there's just quite a big difference there, isn't there? You know, if I put them roughly level at the bottom, yeah, it's a good chunk bigger. So, oh, there's an interesting example. You can see how much more that you can fit on the screen as well because it's bigger. You can just get more text on it. I did say that the Skagen has quite a big dead space or bezel around it, but gosh, the Misfit does as well, doesn't it? You know, I think you can sort of see it there. So yeah, on the whole, you know, I think the internals of these watches are exactly the same. I think they're both made by the same company. They've got the same processor. They've got the same specs. So really, the differences are very small. The differences of this one has hardware buttons that you can program. And then maybe, you know, the specific makers come with a little app or something that does this and that, which probably is not very much use. The biggest difference is the size and the strap. The other big difference that, of course, I'm totally not talking about is the price. So for this one, I paid £150. For this one, I paid more like £230. So this one is 50% more, and what I'm getting is a smaller screen and a leather strap. And, you know, I could buy a strap for this one that's a nicer strap, like a nice brown leather strap, and then really all I'm getting is the 2 buttons and a smaller screen. I think the 2 buttons are really handy. I'm just not sure it's worth 50% more, particularly when I look at the lifetime of these products. You know, this one lasted me like a year and a half, and it started getting wonky, maybe 2 years absolute max, and then it stopped working. And so I feel like, you know, these watches are not going to last more than, say, 2 years, and therefore I think price is coming in. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. I'm not going to delve too much into the software. If you want to read reviews on Wear OS, you can go ahead and do that. Like, you know, they're both very similar. They might have 1 or 2 apps that are slightly different, but on the whole, you know, the interfaces will be very same. Okay, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. If you want to know anything and I can help, drop me a comment. Hopefully I'll remember. If I've still got one of the watches, then I'll obviously be able to answer on that one. And yeah, hope this review's been useful.